what makes data management easy? Do you know what database is? Then, this is the right video for you. We will discuss about database management system, types of relationship in database, file maintenance, application development tools, and also system development. Are you excited? Let's start!
Before we learn about database, we must first understand what is data. Data is a collection of unprocessed items such as text, numbers, images, audio, and video. These data are random and unorganized. Database is a systematic collection of data organized in a manner that allows access, retrieval, and use of data. It also supports storage and manipulation of data. A primary example is a popular social media site called Facebook. Facebook uses database in order to store, manipulate, and present data about their members' friends, their messages, their activities, advertisements, and a lot more.
Go.
There are also systems which is called the database management systems, or also called as database software. So what is this database management systems? These systems are the special software programs that helps the user create and maintain a database. The user has the ability to add, modify, delete, sort, retrieve, and create forms and reports from the data in the database. These systems also import and export data to make it easy to manage large amounts of data and backup information. Speaking of backup, this backup of entire database should be made on a regular basis.
So moving on to the types of databases, first we have the relational database. This stores data in an organized table, just like an Excel spreadsheet. It has columns and rows, and each row is uniquely identified by one key. So next we have the non-relational databases, which stores data in anything but a traditional table. So they may be graphs, documents, or even key value hashes. In the next part, I'm going to show an example of a relational database. So here we have an example of a relational database. It's a student table which has 3 columns for the ID number, the name, and the major. So we have an asterisk in the ID number because it uniquely identifies one row. So for example, we have an ID number of 1. It uniquely identifies the student whose name is Crawford and their major is chemical engineering. In the next part, I'm going to talk about relational database management systems. So we have the definition of the relational database management systems, which simply helps users create and maintain relational databases. So it has a specific language that it uses, which is called structured query language, and it's basically used to perform the CRUD operations, or the create, read, update, and delete certain data in the database, so it can be updated or even modified for future references. The next part, I'm going to talk about non-relational databases. So as previously defined, non-relational databases stores data in anything but a table. So here we can see an example of a non-relational database. So we have a student database also, but it's just stored in a document, a JavaScript object notation, or a data structure. So in order to maintain or help create non-relational databases, we're going to use something what we call non-relational database management systems. So it's the same, they perform the same functions as a relational database management systems, but they don't have a specific language that they use to perform the CRUD operations.
What is file maintenance? It refers to the procedures that keep data current. Procedures include adding records to, modifying records in, and deleting from the file. The periodic updating format of the master files, for example, deleting employees and customers, making address, changing product prices. It does not refer to daily transaction processing and batch processing. And it also keeps computer files current by applying all necessary transactions or adjustments against the file.
A file maintenance procedure must be performed prior to generating any output such as label, reports, or list central selection from the file.
File processing system. In the past, many organizations exclusively use file processing system to store and manage the data. And in a typical file processing system, each department or area within an organization has its own set of files. The records in one file may not relate to the records in any other file. And file processing system has its two weaknesses. The first one is they have redundant data, and the second one is they isolate data.
First, do you know what is system development and what is the purpose of system development? System development is the process of defining, designing, testing, and implementing a new software application or program. It could include the internal development of customer system, the creation of database system, or the acquisition of third-party developed software. Next, let us know about information system development. What is the information system development? It is a process or activity whereby a work activity or a larger organizational setting is facilitated by introducing a new social, technical information system or modifying or expanding an existing one. ISD includes sub-activities of analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation. That's all.
System development life cycle. It contains 4 parts. 1. Planning. 2. Analysis. 3. Design. And the last one is operation support and security, or also known as the maintenance. 1. Planning. What is planning? This is the most crucial step in creating a successful system. During this phase, you decide exactly what you want to do and the problems you're trying to solve. But how? 1. You define the problems, the objectives, and the resources, such as personnel and costs. Study the ability of proposing alternative solutions after meeting with clients, suppliers, consultants, and employees. And study how to make your product better than your competitors. Next on the cycle, analysis. The end user's requirements should be determined and documented, like what their expectations are for their system and how it will perform. A feasibility study will be made for the project as well, involving determining whether it's organizationally, economically, socially, technologically feasible. It's very important to maintain strong communication level with the clients to make sure you have a clear vision of the finished product and its function. Design. It defines the elements of a system, the components, the security level, modules, architecture, and the different interfaces and type of data that goes through the system. Implementation. It's the actual construction process after having a complete and illustrated design for the requested system. This is also where the actual code is written. It will contain configuration and fine-tuning for the hardware to meet certain requirements and functions. And lastly, the operation, support, and security, or also known as the maintenance. It is the final phase in the system's development lifecycle. This is where you will support and maintain the system, handle security issues, protect the integrity of the system and its data, and be alert to any signs of obsolescence.
An example of which is Xcode. Xcode is the application developer tool used by iOS developers. iOS developers develop apps that can be found on an iPhone, iPad, or anything that is related or use the iOS operating system. Another one is the Android Studio. Android Studio is the application development tools used by Android application developers. They use Java or Kotlin as their programming language. So the last one is the Visual Studio. So Visual Studio application developers develop applications for Windows Phone. They use C# as their programming language. These tools provide the right resources that the users can integrate freely with the hardware to enhance productivity.
Now we've learned how database works. It's up to you on how to apply it on your daily life and on your studies. Again, we are the third group. Take care.